everybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. You know? So I wired the money to the account. And when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the control.
He don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Floyd, are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests
that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast and directly addressed the ongoing rumors about him losing massive wealth. He spoke about the claims of a $1.1 billion loss and made it clear that, from his perspective, those narratives are exaggerated or misunderstood. Mayweather emphasized that despite what people are saying, he still owns a private jet and hundreds of properties. He pushed back strongly on the idea of being broke, even sarcastically adding that if his situation is considered broke, then everyone would want to be in that position. His tone suggested confidence and defiance, reinforcing his long-standing image of financial dominance.
About the Business Insider article that ran,
Yes.
We debunked this reporting, but the gist of it was that Dan Geiger, the BI reporter, said that you didn't do the $400 million Black Spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers. I just want the people to know, I'm 48 years old. I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I worked hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
Joe Rogan, however, offered a more critical take on Mayweather's financial situation. He pointed out that the boxer's spending habits may have played a major role in creating these rumors or potential issues. Rogan highlighted how Mayweather often spent money excessively, purchasing multi-million-dollar watches, luxury items, and things that weren't necessarily essential. According to Rogan, this pattern of over-the-top spending could explain why people believe Mayweather may have run into financial trouble, suggesting that even enormous wealth can be drained quickly with unchecked extravagance.
Man, he needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity.
At the same time, a viral post circulating on X, formerly Twitter, added fuel to the conversation, gaining over 7 million views. The post claimed that Mayweather had gone bankrupt despite earning somewhere between $1.2 billion and $2 billion during his career. It painted a dramatic picture, mentioning his houses and cars being auctioned, which many found shocking given his reputation for extreme wealth. Financial expert Akos Gupta expanded on this narrative by describing Mayweather's lifestyle in detail. According to him, Mayweather lived in a way that very few people in the world could match. He reportedly never wore the same underwear twice, employed staff specifically to clean his cars daily, and spent around $12,000 every week at a Japanese steakhouse. In one instance, he even threw $50,000 into a pool during a party. Gupta also listed some of Mayweather's extravagant purchases, including diamond-encrusted gadgets, a $10 million engagement ring, dozens of luxury cars, and 2 private jets valued at $60 million and $30 million. On top of that, gambling reportedly cost him millions, and even after a $7 million jewelry theft, his spending habits didn't slow down. The situation became more complicated when the IRS reportedly demanded $22 million in taxes. Much of Mayweather's wealth, however, was tied up in illiquid assets, making it difficult to pay immediately and causing delays. The thread further claimed that by 2026, one of his jets had been sold, and a court allowed creditors to seize his Bugatti. It also mentioned tax issues linked to his strip club and an alleged unpaid $1.5 million owed to Logan Paul from their exhibition fight. Adding to the mystery, when his team asked Showtime to verify his earnings, the company reportedly said the records had been destroyed in a flood. A car dealer who sold him over 100 vehicles also revealed that Mayweather frequently paid in cash and enjoyed displaying his wealth.
I had to invest in a brand new cash counting machine specifically for Floyd. The one we had, you know, it was just not that great, so we spent a little more money and got the best one, and it's really for
Mayweather defended himself against all the criticism, stating that it's his life and he has every right to spend his money however he chooses. He made it clear that he wouldn't criticize anyone else for doing the same if they had similar earnings. He also suggested that much of the negativity comes from jealousy, implying that people are quick to attack successful individuals when they see an opportunity.
I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too if I was somebody else. I'd be mad at Mayweather too. 29 years or 30 years, you keep getting money like this. I'd be mad too. I'd be hating on Mayweather too. Continue to hate. You know, people only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so continue to talk. Keep your bread fresh. Put it in the bag. Want me the bread, man. Chip money. Fucking throw it in here, sir. Throw it in the Floyd bag. See, I'm born with crocodile phones, Himalayan phones, crocodile bags.
Wade Plemons responded to comments made by Logan Paul, confirming that there is still an unresolved financial issue between Paul and Mayweather. According to him, Mayweather still owes $1.5 million from their exhibition match, highlighting that disputes over money remain ongoing and continue to shape public perception of his finances.
Because he's still waiting on the 1.5 from Floyd Mayweather. He made this video simultaneously with the beef with Le'Veon, and I don't know, maybe it's coincidence, maybe it isn't.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. The fight nobody asked for except me. I need this because if Floyd wins, he can finally pay me my $1.5 million. I don't care about the legacy fight. I don't care that these men have a combined age of 100 years. I care that Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer alive, uses those same hands that made him 100 million to Venmo me my money. And Floyd, if you're watching this, win it and pay me back or I'm gonna send my goons after you. Gotcha. Hey.
I really don't know why I watched that. Yeah, listen, dude. Logan is, again, functionally a coward for not doing this. I was really excited for it, too. I couldn't wait. That was about to be content, stud. But, I mean, okay, yes, I understand if he is under WWE contract, they're not going to allow him to do certain things.
Reports have also suggested that Mayweather may be dealing with financial strain, and some analysts believe his management team could be a contributing factor. His extravagant lifestyle combined with certain management decisions appears to have complicated his financial situation further. Court testimony introduced another figure, Jonah Rechnitz, who has been described as one of the most significant white-collar cooperating witnesses in recent history within the Southern District of New York.
19 million of the money was lost. So to lose 19 of 20 million, I mean, what, did you go to the casino over and over? Like, you know. So Rechnitz, now mind you, this is Floyd's new buddy, his new financial advisor. Rechnitz became what prosecutors called, quote, one of the single most important and prolific white-collar cooperating witnesses in the recent history of the Southern District of New York, testifying in multiple federal corruption trials. He claimed to have weekly phone conversations with Mayor de Blasio and his personal cell phone in exchange for campaign contributions. De Blasio, of course, was never charged. Now in court, Recknitz paints himself as a changed man. While living in New York, I felt pressure to become a big shot, he told the judge. Sound familiar?
Recknitz shared details about his past, including weekly phone conversations with New York Mayor Bill de Blasio in exchange for campaign contributions, although the mayor was never charged. In court, Recknitz portrayed himself as someone who had changed, describing the pressure he felt to become influential while living in New York. Observers have drawn comparisons between his situation and Mayweather's, suggesting that similar pressures, combined with financial decisions and management choices, can create complicated situations. Despite facing legal issues, including prison and house arrest sentences, Recknitz has yet to serve time, showing how complex financial and legal systems can be.
5 months in prison, 5 months house arrest, but he's yet to serve any time. I'm sorry, he got sentenced to 10 months in 2019. Five months in prison, 5 months in house arrest, but he's yet to serve any time. His sentencing has been repeatedly delayed and reassigned to different judges. But he remains free nearly 9 years after pleading guilty. So he's been out of jail for 9 years. The guy hasn't even done his 5 months. So he's got his hand in the corruption cookie jar still, it seems like. After the scandal, he moved back to LA, where he's from, and became a jeweler. He launched Jadel Jewelry and Diamonds, leveraging connections to celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Shaq, and Scott.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas pointed out a major shift in how the public views Mayweather. Once celebrated as an undefeated champion and admired for his success, he is now increasingly mocked by some fans. Atlas explained that people who once praised his lifestyle and achievements are now questioning his decisions and even finding humor in his situation. He stressed how quickly public opinion can change, especially in sports, where fame and reputation are often fragile.
Oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's gonna say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it.
An economics expert provided a deeper breakdown of Mayweather's financial situation, explaining that his earnings and business deals were far more complex than they appear on the surface. Al Heyman, his longtime advisor, helped secure a 6-fight, $250 million deal that allowed Mayweather to choose his opponents while still earning massive paydays. This type of arrangement was extremely rare and showed the level of control Mayweather had over his career. Between 2012 and 2014, Mayweather became one of the highest-paid athletes in the world, generating enormous revenue through ticket sales and pay-per-view events. However, lawsuits later claimed that despite earning hundreds of millions, he may have been underpaid in certain fights due to complex financial structures.
You get that 6-fight, $250 million contract, but what was unheard of about it, Mayweather got to pick his own opponents and still get paid. Mayweather, the persona he cultivated, whether you like it or not, has sold tickets. He was a big draw. He was the top earning athlete 2012 to 2014. Mayweather did his thing for sure. But in this lawsuit, it is alleged that while Mayweather was paid several $100 million through his different those 6 fights with Showtime, and then after that he did the Pacquiao, for which he received a $100 million check, but he was supposed to get $200 million. He got a $100 million check, but he was supposed to get. So it's easy to get blinded, like, it's a lot of money, but if you're supposed to get more, you're supposed to.
For example, his fight against Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned him $100 million, even though expectations were closer to $200 million. The expert emphasized that at such high financial levels, even small discrepancies can result in massive losses. Unlike traditional promoters such as Don King, Heyman operates quietly behind the scenes but has been highly effective in managing major deals, including collaborations with Oscar de la Hoya. Ultimately, the expert suggested that Mayweather's financial issues may stem more from complicated contracts and management structures than just his spending habits.
He fought Conor McGregor, huge. He fought Pacquiao. So now he's about fighting Mike Tyson. He does seem to be having money problems. And I don't care how many goddamn watches he bought, the amount of money he made boxing, unless he's been getting swindled on the business end. Once you start getting into having hundreds of millions of dollars, you're getting $10, $15 million a year or 20, 30 $40 million a year in interest. Right? If you're just in the stock market is like doubled in the last 4 years, right? I mean, so anyway, so Al Heyman is this, he's not like a Don King, he doesn't have that reputation, he has this, that he's a brilliant businessman, he stays totally in the shit.
For example, his fight against Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned him $100 million, even though expectations were closer to $200 million. The expert emphasized that at such high financial levels, even small discrepancies can result in massive losses. Unlike traditional promoters such as Don King, Heyman operates quietly behind the scenes but has been highly effective in managing major deals, including collaborations with Oscar de la Hoya. Ultimately, the expert suggested that Mayweather's financial issues may stem more from complicated contracts and management structures than just his spending habits.
According to TMZ, let's get to the TMZ. Floyd Mayweather sues Showtime, saying I'm missing hundreds of millions of dollars. Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he made over $1 billion in earnings over his legendary career, but the 50-0 fighter claims all the money didn't make it to his bank account. He is now suing Showtime, claiming they played a big role in his ex-manager screwing him out of hundreds of millions of dollars. In the lawsuit, filed by Floyd in California and obtained by TMZ Sports, Mayweather says he's gunning to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in the misappropriated funds and damages resulting from long-running and elaborate financial.
Throughout his career, Mayweather lived an incredibly lavish lifestyle. He owned dozens of luxury cars, multiple private jets, and high-end properties, while also spending heavily on jewelry, technology, and extravagant events. Gambling alone reportedly cost him millions, and unpaid taxes added further pressure. Even with such enormous earnings, these expenses contributed to a situation where he now feels the need to protect his financial interests through legal action. Fannin emphasized that this is not just about money, but also about maintaining Mayweather's reputation and business legacy.
Parties to see whether or not this is something that Floyd should have known about, or did know about, or maybe did not understand. Because it seems very, very funny that Floyd would not know that the money was getting paid to Al Heyman and not directly to him. Regardless, I don't know the outcome of that. I will talk about this though. The absolute blatant karma up in Floyd Mayweather's face for all the smack he talked about Muhammad Ali and how Muhammad Ali's name was only worth $50 million and he sold half of his name for $50 million and how he's made so much more money and that makes him all of that. Talked about how Muhammad Ali, I'm sure, or I don't know if he did, but I'd heard, talked about Floyd. Yeah, he did, because he talked about his money and how he had to sell his name because he didn't have his.
Mayweather built his image not only as a boxing legend but also as a symbol of extreme wealth. He frequently showcased his fortune through luxury cars, private jets, diamond watches, and expensive gadgets. His lifestyle included hiring staff solely to maintain his possessions, such as employees dedicated to cleaning his car collection daily. He spent tens of thousands weekly at restaurants, gambled heavily on sports, and often displayed his wealth in dramatic ways at parties. However, recent discussions suggest that behind this glamorous image lies a far more complicated financial reality.
We are going to go through in this video Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? Bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious duplex.
Despite earning over $1 billion, Mayweather's spending habits, gambling losses, and tax obligations appear to have significantly affected his net worth. Reports of unpaid taxes, ongoing lawsuits, and financial pressure contrast sharply with the image of invincibility he once projected. This situation highlights how even the most successful athletes can face financial challenges if their wealth is not carefully managed. What once seemed like limitless riches is now being viewed by some as a cautionary example of how extreme spending and complex financial decisions can reshape even the greatest fortunes.
This sum represents the $500,000 in arrears plus late fees minus a deposit that Mayweather paid at the start of the lease and the $100,000 catch-up payment. So they deducted what he did submit when he was made aware of this, $100K, and I guess a deposit, so the remaining balance is that. An attorney for Mayweather did not provide a comment by deadline. He has not responded to the lawsuit in court. In a separate legal matter, so we've already went over one with this luxury condo in Manhattan, right? But a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry that he took but never paid.
That wraps up the discussion, leaving viewers with a deeper look into the rise, lifestyle, and ongoing financial questions surrounding Floyd Mayweather.